Ashley Bocanegra met Daniel Gonzalez on a crisp autumn afternoon in 2014 at a small cafe in downtown Atlanta. With her sleek black hair and sparkling eyes, Ashley captured everyone's attention. But it was Daniel, with his charming smile and confident demeanor, that truly captivated her. He quickly struck up a conversation, his witty remarks making her laugh, and from there, they embarked on a passionate romance. Daniel was the type of person who lived in the moment. He often took Ashley to exciting places, an outdoor concert, short trips to nearby cities, or long candlelit evenings filled with deep conversations. Ashley felt like she was living a fairy tale, but behind the glamour, Daniel was unstable. He frequently changed jobs, spent money recklessly, and lacked long-term plans. In contrast, Ashley dreamed of a stable life. She wanted a family, a cozy little home, but Daniel was different. Their contrasting personalities gradually created cracks in their relationship that neither of them noticed. Over time, their love became a struggle between dreams and reality. In 2016, when Ashley discovered she was pregnant, she hoped this would be an opportunity to strengthen their bond. She believed Daniel would change and become a responsible father. But when she excitedly shared the news, Daniel's smile quickly faded. He wasn't ready to give up his carefree lifestyle. Late at night, Ashley would sit calculating expenses, planning for their future, while Daniel used excuses like needing to unwind to go out with friends. She felt abandoned in their relationship. And when their son Ethan was born in the summer of 2017, things only got worse. Daniel grew distant, neglecting his role as a father, leaving Ashley to struggle alone with sleepless nights and mounting bills. Their love, once fiery and vibrant, had now dissolved into accusations and cold silences. Tensions between Ashley and Daniel reached their breaking point when she discovered he had borrowed a large sum of money without consulting her. When confronted, Daniel justified his actions by saying he did it to find himself and bring success to the family. To Ashley, it was just another sign of his irresponsibility and selfishness. An explosive argument erupted. After months of enduring her frustrations, Ashley couldn't hold back her emotions. She accused him of being a failed father, while Daniel retorted that her high expectations had suffocated him. Both were caught in a whirlwind of blame, neither willing to back down. A week after their big fight, Daniel packed his belongings and left. Their breakup left not only an empty apartment, but also a void in their hearts. Even after the breakup, Ashley and Daniel had to maintain contact for the sake of their son, Ethan. Each visit from Daniel was fraught with tension. Ashley couldn't hide her disappointment in what she saw as his irresponsibility, while Daniel, rather than facing the situation, chose to remain silent or leave as quickly as possible. Their interactions often ended in arguments. Daniel felt unfairly blamed for everything, while Ashley couldn't stop voicing her frustrations beneath their sharp words. However, both were trapped in unresolved emotions. Daniel, despite trying to deny it, couldn't help but feel drawn to Ashley, the woman who had once meant everything to him. Ashley, though deeply hurt, occasionally felt a softening in her heart when she saw Daniel smile at Ethan. In the spring of 2022, fate brought Ashley and Daniel face-to-face at a corporate conference. Ashley, dressed in an elegant business outfit, walked into the conference room with confidence, but her heart skipped a beat when she saw Daniel. He stood there, dashing in a gray suit, but what caught her attention even more was the woman beside him, Antonetta Stevens, his strong and ambitious fiancée. Daniel didn't expect that seeing Ashley again would leave him so unsettled. Her eyes, which had once captivated him, still held their irresistible charm. He tried to maintain a composed exterior, giving her a polite nod, but inside, memories of the past came rushing back like waves crashing on the shore. After the conference, they exchanged only a few brief words, both trying to keep their distance. Yet, a fleeting glance and a hurried handshake reignited a smoldering fire in their hearts. A week later, Daniel texted Ashley under the pretense of asking about a project they were both working on. Initially, the messages were strictly professional, but soon they became personal. Late-night phone calls, made when Antonetta was asleep and Ethan was in bed, became a bridge reconnecting the two. In those moments, they seemed to forget all their conflicts, left only with bittersweet memories and lingering regret. One afternoon, Daniel visited Ethan. After spending time with his son, he stayed to talk with Ashley. At first, they discussed memories of Ethan, but the conversation soon shifted to their past. Daniel confessed that he often thought about Ashley and wondered if things would have been different had he tried harder. His words brought a lump to Ashley's throat, but she remained silent. In her eyes, Daniel found the answer he had long avoided. However, their secret relationship didn't remain hidden for long. One night, in a moment of vulnerability, Daniel confided in his younger sister, Janine, about his inability to let go of Ashley. Daniel assumed that Janine would understand and keep his secret, but he had miscalculated. For a long time, Janine had admired Antonetta, the woman who had supported their family through tough times. To Janine, Daniel's betrayal of Antonetta wasn't just a mistake. It was an act of betrayal against the family itself. Not wanting to watch everything fall apart, Janine decided to reveal the truth. At first, Antonetta didn't believe what Janine told her. But when Janine presented proof, secretly taken photos of Daniel and Ashley laughing together at a cafe, the doubts in Antonetta's mind became undeniable. Waves of emotion, pain, anger, and a sense of betrayal overwhelmed her. Antonetta felt as though her entire world had crumbled. The trust she had placed in Daniel was completely shattered. That night, she couldn't sleep, her heart burning with rage and a pain she couldn't describe. One sultry evening, Antonetta could no longer endure the growing anxiety gnawing at her mind. She decided to confront Ashley. To bolster her resolve, she brought Janine along, her loyal confidant. Together, they headed to the parking lot of Ashley's apartment complex, determined to settle the matter. Ashley stepped out of the building, the dim glow of the streetlights illuminating her tired face. When she saw Antonetta and Janine, a sense of unease washed over her, but she tried to maintain her composure. "What do you want, Antonetta?" Ashley asked, her voice steady, though her eyes betrayed her worry. With fiery anger burning in her gaze, Antonetta took a step closer. "Who do you think you are? Meddling in my life? Daniel belongs to me, not you." Her voice was full of resentment, echoing through the empty parking lot. Ashley took a step back, but she managed to remain calm. "You should be talking to Daniel, not me. I didn't seek him out, he came to me." Her explanation only fueled Antonetta's fury. Unable to contain herself, Antonetta lunged at Ashley, grabbing her sleek black hair and yanking hard. Ashley screamed, struggling to break free, but Antonetta's strength, fueled by her rage, was overwhelming. Janine stood nearby, initially watching, but soon she pulled out her phone to record the scene, a wicked smile playing on her lips. "Go ahead, Antonetta. She deserves this," Janine shouted, her eyes gleaming with an unsettling excitement. Blow after blow, tug after tug, left Ashley with no strength to fight back. In her final moments before collapsing, her eyes locked with Antonetta's. They held no fear or hatred, only resignation. "Don't do this. He's not worth it," she murmured weakly before her body hit the cold ground. Antonetta froze, her trembling hands still clutching a strand of Ashley's hair. She looked down at her rival's motionless body, a creeping sense of horror and guilt washing over her. Janine, still holding her phone, stared at the screen where the video paused on its final frame. The smile on her lips vanished, replaced by confusion and fear. We've gone too far," she whispered. At that moment, the distant wail of police sirens pierced the night. Red and blue lights flashed across the parking lot, pulling the two women from their haze of fury. Antonetta turned to Janine, tears streaming down her face. "What do we do now?" Janine grabbed Antonetta's arm, her voice frantic. "Run. If they catch us, we're done for." But Antonetta couldn't move. Her feet felt glued to the ground as her gaze remained fixed on Ashley, the woman she had considered her greatest enemy, now lying still and defenseless. When the police arrived, they found a grim scene. Ashley lying motionless on the ground, her body covered in bruises, her breathing faint. Antonetta and Janine were arrested on the spot, unable to flee. Both were taken to the police station, Antonetta sobbing uncontrollably, while Janine stared at the floor, silent. Ashley was rushed to the hospital, but doctors later announced that she couldn't be saved. The cause of death was severe internal injuries, particularly a ruptured adrenal gland. News of Ashley's death spread quickly, shocking everyone, including Daniel. In the courtroom, the video Janine had recorded became irrefutable evidence. When the footage was played, the room fell into a stunned silence. Antonetta broke down in tears, but her remorse couldn't spare her from a 20-year prison sentence. Janine, though younger, wasn't spared either. She received a similar sentence, carrying the weight of regret for the rest of her life. After Ashley's death, Daniel was consumed by guilt and sorrow. Every time he looked at Ethan, the son Ashley had cherished above all, Daniel berated himself for his past mistakes. He spent more time caring for Ethan, but his mind was constantly haunted by memories of Ashley. Ethan, too young to fully grasp what had happened, often sat by the window, gazing into the distance. "Where's Mommy? Why isn't she coming back?" he would ask. Daniel, at a loss for words, could only hold Ethan close, letting his tears fall freely, hoping that time would ease the pain.